Hi folks, this is Rosie. I am checking in with you I'm out in my garden right now. Um, one of the problems with lower raised bed gardens or gardens that are directly tilled into the soil when you get older is that it's really hard to bend down and see what's in that garden as it's growing, because a lot of plants look similar when they first start growing. Now, we have those little tabs that come with the six-pack of plants, the little tabs that are in there. We all stick them in the ground, and then a year later, we're digging up our garden and we find the tab, and it becomes garbage at that point. So I wanted to share with you something that I actually did with one of my transfer station finds that I talked to you about a couple weeks ago. Now, I found these bags of painted wooden blocks, and they're not baby blocks because they're too tiny. They would be dangerous for a little baby. So I think they were probably originally pieces that a woodworker might have used on some woodworking projects. Maybe the same guy that had those woodworking patterns that I picked up at the transfer station. I don't know. But what I did was I took some of the hexagonal pieces that are in these bags, because they're nice, they're a good, nice size. And I took my drill and I drilled a hole at the top of one of these hexagonal pieces, or many of these hexagonal pieces. Drilled a hole, and then I took some of my leftover wire from my paintings, because I have to put wire hangers on the back before I take them to the gallery. And I have little pieces that are always left from measuring and cutting. So I took some of that, and that had a bearing on how big this hole was. So depending on what you're going to use as a hanger, that will have a bearing on how big you want to drill this hole. But I put the wire in here, and I took I have some pieces of trim that were in the garage, a bunch of pieces of trim, and I just drilled another hole at the top of this trim and wrote whatever that vegetable was in the pallet, and hung it, pounded it into the pallet. And you remember my pallet from a couple weeks ago, and I told you I planted spinach in it. Go back and check out that video as well if you're new to this channel, on how I took this unwanted pallet and made it into a raised bed. But now when the spinach comes up, I know exactly what it is, and I don't have to bend, and I don't have to use those plastic tabs in order to figure out what it is, because they can blow away. I can, maybe move them, or, an animal knocks them over or whatever. But this is in here for the season, and I don't have to worry about what is in here. I don't have to guess. Now, if you don't have these little pieces of trim or little pieces of wood, you can use other things. I have some step-in posts that I could have used, and they're pointed at the end. You can pop them in, step on them with your foot, really easy. And I think they're a couple bucks at your big box store. And then when I moved into the house has vinyl siding, and there's these pieces that they left behind, some pieces of vinyl track, and they have a lot of different holes here. So this might become a label holder, because I can put more than one on here pretty easily with the wire. Now, if you don't have wire, it's okay, because you probably have a drawer of twist ties that you keep to reuse on your bread bags or your Ziplocs or whatever else. Well, use the twist ties. That's perfect, and it's still free. So another thing that you can hang these on is the tomato trellises that we all have. We use these for peonies, we use them for tomatoes. You can hang the type of tomato on the trellis so that you know exactly what you have and you're not digging through all those tomato plants to try to find that plastic tag and figure out what kind of tomato it is. Now, if you don't have something like this, you can take those plastic tags and drill a hole in the plastic tag at the top or even at the bottom. Take a piece of wire or a twist tie and do the exact same thing so that it's hanging up high. You can actually see what you have planted. You're not bending down, hurting your back, or stressing yourself, and it's easy peasy to see how you can do it. Now, I used a little Sharpie marker to use that. Now, I'm sure other things will work. Use your judgment on that, but think about what you have around the house and what's going to make it easier for you. You know, the utility, the use is first. Fashion is later. This isn't beautiful. Maybe later I'll figure out how to make it more beautiful, you know, make some fancy little plant stakes that go up higher. But for the time being, this is perfect for me. The best thing is that it's free and I didn't have to spend money on something that is not going to feed me. This isn't going to feed me. It just lets me work in my garden a little bit better. So in the comments below, tell me what you have sitting around in your house and what might become a nice tall plant stake in your garden. Share that. We all are excited about saving some money, and let us know what you come up with based on this idea. Like and subscribe if you love what you're seeing here. Go back and watch the other videos if you choose, but for the time being, you have a magical day. Get outside and enjoy nature. You take care, and I'll see you in the next video.